Right, so yesterday I released a piece of music called Through It All. If you missed it, it means you're not subscribed to the channel, so do that now and click the notification bell so you don't miss free pieces of music, free lessons and musical tips almost daily. But you're here now, so today is going to be a tutorial on how to play this piece, which I quite like. You can print it off with a link in the description and then you'll be good to go. So let's jump straight into it. So let's just do a little bit of analysis before we start playing. We want to make sure we're really aware of what's going on before we even get to it. So first things first. Over here we've got three sharps, means we're in the key of A major. The sharps are F, C and G. Now a little bit of a life hack with sharps or flats. If there's one sharp, it's always F. If there are two sharps, it's always F and C. And if there are three sharps, it's always F, C and G. Now if it was a flat, and there was one of them, it would be a B, 2, B and E, 3, B, E and A. So if you can remember those, then sharps and flats become a hell of a lot easier. Anyways, moving on. Let's see down here. We've got this ped sign. It means the pedal, it's pushed down every bar and lifted up every bar. Simil then means to continue that pattern throughout the piece, because I don't actually mention the pedal again until this last line. Anyways, moving back up here, we've got the words tempo rubato. That basically means you can play it at your own pace, sort of just interpret the rhythms and let it flow nice and smooth. Okay, so moving forwards, you can see over here, we've got two dots. That represents a repeat, so we have line 1, line 2, and then repeat back to the start, to the dotted marks and then through again. So basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line piece. When we get to the last line, we do have that pedal held down all the way through, and you can see the right hand's moving up in steps and is increasing quite high up the piano. And again, we just need to be watching out for those sharps that we may come across there, but I believe it's only C sharps that you might end up hitting. Then down here we've got this really low note, that's an A, with a pause or a break symbol above it. Same goes for that chord over there. Hold it down for as long as you think is necessary or until it fades out. Right, let's jump into playing, I think. Okay, so we're starting off with line 1. We're going to begin with the left hand and then look at the right hand after that. So, left hand, first bar. Make sure you've got the music printed so you can follow along yourself. First bar, we're going to have our little finger on A, that's our first note. Second finger on E, and then our thumb is going to reach up to get to that C sharp. I had a video the other day talking about spreading chords out, so I thought I'd make the most of it. So we've got A, E, C sharp. And hold down the C sharp, and of course the pedal is going as well, so it's a nice sustained chord. Bar 2, we've got C sharp, G sharp, and C sharp. Again, it's the same rhythm, holding those notes down and making sure that it's as smooth as possible. Bar 3, we've got A, E, C sharp, and line 4, we've got C sharp, G sharp, C sharp. You can see how it repeats quite a lot. Meanwhile, in the right hand, let's go to bar 1 and 2 and join those together and make those a little section that we can work on. What you want to do is put your thumb on D to start. So then you've pretty much got all your notes covered to begin with for those first two bars. So we've got D, E and A joined together, G sharp, F sharp. That's your first bar. And then second bar, we've got this rhythm here. You can hear how the F sharp, being a dotted quaver, lasts slightly longer before we hit the G sharp, which is a semi-quaver, which is quite quick. Falling onto the E, and then we're sort of going to slide our hand up the piano and hit the D sharp with our thumb. Now if you cast your mind back to the video, you'll actually see that I have a bit of a moment there and don't even think about the fingers, but I recommend following the fingers in this tutorial rather than what I actually used in the video. So those two bars sound like this. Nice. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1. But we're going to tuck in our thumb to the E so we can reach up to the C sharp for bar 4. third finger is then in position to hit E and G sharp in the middle of bar 4, and then we've got final G sharp at the end of that line, repeated. So bars 3 and 4 sound like this. Simple as that. And the whole line sounds like this. And you can hear how I'm trying to get in the timing as much as possible, even when I'm just playing hands separately. If you're playing left hand, try and hold down those dotted minims for as long as they need to be. Those ones there. So that's going to be 3 beats in each bar, and try and make the quavers, the semi-quavers, the crotchets, all of them be accurate rhythms. Even if you're not putting hands together yet, it's just really good practice so that when hands do go together, there's not too much to think about. Speaking of hands together, let's do that first line all the way through hands together. So we've got the left hand on its own, A, E, C sharp. Then immediately after the C sharp, it's a quaver's distance away. You can see we've got a quaver rest there. It's a quaver's distance away to get to the next note in the right hand. So we're going to go A, E, C sharp, D, E and A. So all nice and even. Now, okay, admittedly I'm holding down the E in the left hand as I play, but that's a little bit of a force of habit. But you don't have to hold it down because the pedal's doing it for you. Falling off the G sharp and the F sharp to get into the second bar. Now this is where both hands go together at the same time. So we've got C sharp in the left hand alongside F sharp in the right hand. Then the left hand's going to continue with the G sharp, and just after the G sharp we've got that semi-quaver to G sharp over there. Remember, we've got a dotted quaver into a semi-quaver, so it's sort of a longer amount of time than just having 2 quavers. So together for the first 2 notes, then the left hand's on its own, then the right hand's on its own, then the hands are together again. So F sharp and C sharp together, left hand G sharp on its own, right hand G sharp on its own, but really quickly afterwards, and I'll play that in a moment, then C sharp in the left hand with an E in the right at the same time, D sharp, E. And you can hear the rhythm's meant to sound like this, where we fit in that G sharp in the right hand between the G sharp and the C sharp of the left. So let's play those 2 bars again. And you can hear how I'm using the pedal, lifting up and putting it down in between the bars, trying to get rid of any sort of silence that may occur there as well. Right, bars 3 and 4, both hands. We've got the same for bar 3 as bar 1. Into bar 4, we've got hands together on the C sharp and the C sharp in the left hand. And the G sharp on its own at the end of the line. Now, I think you're going to be confident enough with that for me not to play that line for now. Let's jump straight into line 2. And don't forget, if you're stuck with this piece or any of my other pieces, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see when I respond to you, maybe in video format. So anyways, we're on to line 2. We're looking at this part here to begin with, so bar 5. You can see in the top corner of every line, you'll end up with a bar number so that you don't have to count all the way from the start. So starting from bar 5 here, just in the left hand. So, little finger on B, second finger on F sharp, thumb on B. And then repeat the B again. Moving back to our C sharp, G sharp, C sharp pattern for bar 6. Back to B, F sharp, B for bar 7, and a repeat of the B. Then, finally, at the end of that line, we've got E, B, E. So the whole time we're going 5, 2, 1 with the finger positions. 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. Just about moving your hand gently. It doesn't have to go any crazy places, but just stick to those finger positions and you'll find the gaps make a lot more sense. Now, the right hand. Again, we're going to want our thumb on D. There's not a lot of movement in this line until the end of it. So, third finger on F sharp, and we got bar 5. Bar 6. I'll play that again, bar 5 and 6. And you can see we've got the dotted quavers and the semi-quaver, the same idea that we had over here. So you've got to make sure to extend that F sharp for as long as you need into that semiquaver that comes straight afterwards, and then falling off that semiquaver of a G sharp onto F sharp in the next bar. Now bars 7 and 8, hand in the same position. I'll play from bar 7, here we go. And we've got a dotted crotchet here, followed by 2 semiquavers. The dotted crotchet itself is going to be extended a little bit further than what the left hand plays. And then you've got 2 semiquavers quite quickly to lead you in to the last bar. And I'm sure you can work out what all of the notes are without me reading them out. So let's go both hands together from bar 5 to the end of a line, and I'll talk about it afterwards. You can hear how the left hand fits in quite often in bars 5 and 7 with the right hand. You can see you play the right hand with the F sharp, and as soon as you do that, you're pretty much playing the B in the left hand afterwards, followed by the right hand F sharp again after that. So it's this, I don't really know how to explain it. It's sort of a call and response between both hands every now and then. Also, don't forget about the semiquavers at the end of bar 7. And in the right hand here, we've got a jump up. So once we've hit the E with our second finger, we're going to want to make sure to go third finger on the G sharp and reaching up high with our little finger for the E at the top of that line. Right. Now that repeats, those 2 lines repeat twice. So you've got line 1, line 2, repeat back to line 1, line 2. Once you've done that twice, you end up at the final line of the piece. And it's not really hands together at any point, but the right hand is a little bit of a challenge, so pay attention. The left hand, we've got A, E, A. Very similar to what we had at the start, but without the stretch up to the C sharp. A, E, A. 5, 2, 1. Now in the right hand, we're starting with our thumb on C sharp, which is a little bit unique. It's sort of a bit odd to have your thumb on a sharp, but it makes a lot of sense here. So I'm going to go C sharp, E and A at the same time, to the thumb on D. So I'm just going to play the right hand. We've got C sharp, E and A, D. Then we're going to move up to the next step where we've got our thumb and forefinger on A and D. Third and fifth on C sharp and E. And jump up again. So we've got our second finger and little finger on E and A. So those are the first sort of 6 sets of notes from the right hand there. We've got C sharp, E and A, D, A and D, C sharp and E, A and E. I'm just doing it in little chunks. I realise that the rhythm should be all quavers, as you can see here. So of course we're in bar 9. All quavers, but split it into a few chunks of 3 chords. So we've got 3, 3 and 3. Let me do the final 3 for you now. We've got in bar 10, the second note is starting on D. And that would be played by a thumb because we've just had the E and A with our second and fifth finger. Now jumping up again, we've got to go all the way up to our thumb on A and C sharp, second finger and little finger on B and E, and hopefully you can see this on the old phone, but I'm going to move my hand up again, so we've got C sharp, E and A with thumb, little finger and second finger for a spread chord. So that's what that squiggly line means just there. It means, so instead of playing it as a solid chord, we play it separated. Nice and softly, as indicated by the piano sign here. So let me play that all again, but this time I'm going to play it all as quavers, and you can see how my hand moves. And finally, at the end of the piece, we have a very low note, being that A that I spoke about earlier, and it's pianissimo. Super quiet, very soft. It's just heard right at the end to finish off the whole piece. So, let me play that last line to you, and then I'll wrap it up there, because of course you can hear my whole performance in my video, which I'll link in the description below, or if you click the top right hand corner of this video now. So, last line sounds like this, with the pedal held all the way through. And I will just say that we do have a little thing here called RIT, stands for ritardando, and it means to slow down. So just whatever speed you had been playing this piece at, ideally 60 beats per minute, slow it right down at the end until you come to a close right there. So please let me know how you got on in the comments below. I'd really love to find out how challenging this was for you, what became the most difficult parts that you needed to fix, and whether or not this is something you'd like to see again. So like the video if this helped you, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. It's happening daily. And yeah, don't forget you can always join my school at robharveymusic.com, where you can get loads of lessons for free. That's where I'll be hosting all of this music for free. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on it in the next few weeks. Stay tuned.